After watching the process of making the bowl, I finally understand why the bowl can become an unparalleled sacred symbol in traditional beliefs. This vessel can not only be used for eating and drinking, but also as a stress relief instrument. Even Tang Sanzang carried it with him to ward off too many demons, tapping it when needed. Here is a small workshop with a century-old history. The first step in the live broadcast is to press the mold flat, then pour the yellow clay from deep in the mountains into it. Next, it needs to be continuously rotated, so that the clay adheres to the surface of the mold. Once the clay solidifies into one piece, another material is applied on top. A refractory coating. This coating can effectively enhance the strength of the mold, preventing cracking during casting. Then, take out the filtered loess. This soil is extremely sticky, and its hardness can double after being heated at high temperatures, making it the main material for the mold. Next, take a rolling pin used for cooking, and roll the clay to make it smoother. With just a tap, a strangely shaped mold is formed, but the hardness seems insufficient. So a layer of refractory coating needs to be applied to the surface. After several rounds of meticulous crafting, both the inner and outer molds have been shaped. Now, as the assembly of the inner and outer parts begins, you can see the process is carried out with great caution, fearing that a single mistake could ruin all previous efforts. The most important step is about to come. The elder applied a layer of yellow clay at the joints, which can effectively prevent the copper from overflowing, serving as the finishing touch in the casting process. Next, preparations are made for high temperature heating, with the purpose of raising the mold's temperature. When the mold temperature is too low, the flow rate of the copper in the mold will be poorer. High purity copper is placed into the furnace one by one, and occasionally another metal is added to enhance the color and quality of the wave, making it appear brighter. Then, the furnace lid is closed to let it melt naturally. Meanwhile, the mold has also reached a high temperature of 800 degrees Celsius. The furnace door is then opened, and the fiery red mold appears extremely hot. The hardness of the clay inside is also like that of a brick, so even if it falls to the ground, it won't easily break. They are arranged in a row, ready to begin casting. As for the casting process, it must be done while hot. A worker lifts a pot of molten copper and pours it into the casting opening in an instant. A bowl of molten copper can fill about 3 molds. The 3 workers have clear divisions of labor, each performing their duties. 2 are casting while 1 removes the casting opening. At this point, the casting phase is officially completed. Then, it is set aside to rest for half an hour. After that, a water pipe is taken and water is continuously poured onto the bottom, allowing the moisture to wet the mold. Compared to forceful knocking, this method of demolding seems much easier. Then, they rotate and flip it over, and with a light tap on the bottom using a small hammer, the mold is easily removed, revealing the initial shape of the bowl. It looks almost identical to a bowl. No wonder ancient monks and nuns used this vessel for alms. Even with regular use, it would last a lifetime without breaking. 1 generation passes down to 3 generations. At the automated workshop, the lathe starts cutting the rim of the bowl, and then the inside is cut. After the inner and outer cutting is completed, it is removed and looks brighter. It was spread as a ritual tool for monks, meant the monk's alms bowl count. The pots used for alms were usually wood or pottery. If you took a shiny brass bowl, it was very likely to be stolen. Nowadays, it's rare to see monks going out for alms, as the holy Buddhist sites today are not lacking in offerings. So, what would you do with such a bowl?